Very much, yeah. I am joined by not only the big man on the screen, but it is the big man over on the Rift as well. Perkz with a big performance. I'm sure you guys will be casting your votes for that player of the game. Perkz, thanks for joining me. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you great. Thank you for having me.
The power of technology and the power of your Talia pick. I'd like to just pick your brain a little bit about that. I heard the casters talking about that pick not only fitting you, but giving you agency in the game. Do you feel like that pick kind of works for your role within the team?
I think the pick is just strong right now. And actually, historically, like 5-6 years ago, Talia was one of my weaker champions. But you know, I put a lot of practice in it and to be comfortable in it and to be able to perform to a level that I want to perform with it. So I'm happy with my Talia game. I don't think it was that hard this game to play well with the champion. So it's more like the champion is very strong this game. But I am happy with my calls, I guess. Yeah, the calls I've been making that made the game easy.
You mentioned comfort as well. How would you describe the comfort levels for the team? Obviously, you've had ups and downs throughout the split, but do you feel like this win and the games coming up next week will be a big indicator of your comfort levels? How is the vibe? Are we getting somewhere?
I think it's just best of ones can be really shaky, can like shake our confidence, shake our, I guess, our trust in like the draft or each other, right? Which is same for every other team that's struggling as well. Besides, I guess, Rogue and Lions, they're like, I guess, one cut above the rest right now. I think we are a strong team, and I think yesterday's game against the Lions does not resemble our actual strength. It was like the kind of game you would just like open in scrims, you know, and yeah.
I mean, especially for you, right? I mean, I'm sure you're a big game player. You're used to those best of threes. You played those best of fives. Do you think best of ones aren't always an accurate representation of a team's power, especially if you're volatile and changing players?
I think best of ones are probably never the accurate representation of team's power, besides a team that like keeps dominating them consistently, like Rogue, for example. You know, kudos to them. They're always for like what 4 or 5 splits, the best of one team. So they're obviously doing something better than the rest of the teams that makes them stay on top. I think playing comfort champions and playing the drafts they're comfortable with makes them perform better in best of ones than most other LEC teams. But besides that, it is nice to win best of ones, you know, like it's still better to win than to lose. So yeah.
That's no doubt. Spitting raw facts, hot facts. But with not only your experience under the banner, but also with them being, well, your head-to-head next week, G2 have also been, not looking themselves in this environment. What's your, very trained eye test of G2 and their problems? Do you have any ideas as to what might be going wrong, or is it just the same kind of thing as you, not necessarily always having the pieces in place for those best of ones?
I mean, I think they're definitely a better best of 5 team. They're probably also struggling with the meta, and I think their individual performances have been in a little bit of a slump. So in best of ones, like one bad individual game can like lose your team the game, kind of, right? Whereas like in best of 5, you won't really lose a series ever for your team. I mean, unless you play like really bad, which like barely ever happens. Like it doesn't happen in best of 5 that there is like just one player that gets completely gapped by the enemy player the whole series. That like almost never happens. But in best of 1, it's like more likely to like, how do I say, to int it, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you say intentionally feeding? Yeah. No. Sure, man. Or not. Perkz, I appreciate you. You did take the Kia Player of the Game as well. It is my responsibility.
Thank you.
Berlin. Thank you. Give it up. Perkz perking up in the server. And I do believe that's it. We do have that to look forward to, though, as well. Let's not forget that we do have the match of the week. Next week is going to be G2. Happy birthday going on right now live in the studio.
Thank you.
Yankos' birthday? You going to wish him a happy birthday as well, Perkz? He can hear you.
Is it Yankos?
Yankos, yeah.
Can he hear me?
He can hear you.
Yankos, happy birthday, my dear baby.
Perkz has just wished you a happy birthday. You want to say thanks?
Hey, Yankos.
That was the plan. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much.
Hey, baby.
I didn't expect it, but I'm very grateful. And good job, Perkz. Nice game. You played very well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, nothing but love. Nothing but love. And we're going to be seeing those two clash in the Rift next week. Game of the week, G2 taking on none other than Vitality. The Warner song of the week is David Puentes. That's it, I'm sure I butchered that. Don't Let Our Love Die. Make sure to check it out on the official LEC Spotify playlist while we wait for our next game. G2 versus Rogue coming up.
Thank you.